Could the New York Giants soon be in the bar business? Ed Valentine of Big Blue View here to talk about the latest news regarding your New York football Giants. On Thursday, Anthony Barr, four-time Pro Bowler, former first-round pick with the Minnesota Vikings, visited and apparently worked out for the New York Giants. No signing as of yet. No word on if or when a signing might take place, but this is an interesting development for your New York Giants. This was going to be a straight up sort of preview of Friday night's Giants versus Carolina Panthers preseason game, second preseason game, first home game at MetLife Stadium on the brand new turf. But this news, this potential signing of Anthony Barr pretty much trumps that. Listen, Anthony Barr, ninth overall pick way back in 2014. Pro Bowler 4 straight years from 2015 to 2018 with the Vikings. Spent 8 seasons in Minnesota. Spent last year with the Dallas Cowboys. Midway through training camp, doesn't have a job at this point, has been linked to and visited with the New Orleans Saints, I believe. Anthony Barr is not the player that he was 5-6 years ago. He's not the guy that he was when he was making all of those Pro Bowls. The Minnesota Vikings wouldn't have let him go if that was the case. The Dallas Cowboys would not have let him go after only 1 year if that was the case. But Anthony Barr is a player who would upgrade the New York Giants defense. Defensive coordinator Wink Martindale said the other day that Micah McFadden, second-year linebacker, is winning the competition. He used the phrase definitely leading the competition with fellow second-year linebacker Darian Beavers for the inside linebacker job next to Bobby Okereke, Giants prized free agent signing in the offseason. And listen, I like Micah McFadden. I've had the pleasure of talking to him a few times. He's a terrific young man, very pleasant to talk to, very honest, gives you forthright answers, was very honest in my conversation with him that he knew he did not play well a year ago, that he knew that there was too much going on in his mind. Things were too cluttered for him to really be able to focus on exactly what he needed to do. Basically, as a rookie fifth round pick, the game was moving a little bit too fast for him. McFadden seems much more settled this year, played really, really well in the preseason opener against the Detroit Lions. The Darian Beavers, sixth round pick in that same 2022 draft, is another guy that the Giants like. But the Giants, you might ask, why would the Giants be interested in signing a 31-year-old player who's obviously on the backside of his career at this point instead of letting the young players play? And the reality of it is, perhaps if the Giants hadn't gone 9-7-1 last year, perhaps if they hadn't won a playoff game, perhaps that's the kind of situation that they would be in, where they would be playing young players, where they would be looking for the future. But the Giants raised expectations with their 9-7-1 finish last season. They know that fans aren't going to be happy if they slide backwards. They know that fans are expecting them to continue to take steps forward. They're they're trying to make the playoffs again. They're trying to close the gap on the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC East, two teams that still have better rosters than the Giants despite the improvements that the Giants made in the offseason. Anthony Barr makes them better, or would make them better if he does sign with the Giants. You know, as I said, McFadden's a fifth round pick. Beavers is a sixth round pick. Those guys aren't going to stop the Giants. They're not so committed to those guys. It's not like those guys are first or second round picks. The Giants aren't so committed to those guys that they absolutely need for them to play, that they absolutely need for them to develop into full-time defensive players. It would be nice if one of them would. I love Beaver's athleticism. Wink Martindale loves his physicality, but Wink said the other day that Beavers, after missing all of last year with a torn ACL, is like a rookie again, and he's learning all over again. So he's a little bit behind. He missed an entire year of practice reps. Micah McFadden is still a limited athlete. He may be better in run defense this year if he's calmer. He said he's calmer. He said he feels like his eyes are in the right place more often. He's able to process information better this year. McFadden might be better against the run this year than he was a year ago, and that would be a good thing. But Micah McFadden is still not a big time athlete who you really want playing every down, who you really want in coverage. Anthony Barr gives this defense a chance to be better, even if it's just for a year, if the Giants are able to or decide to sign him. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, as I said, Giants have a preseason game on Friday night. Big opportunity for guys like McFadden and Beavers and a lot of roster bubble guys at positions like cornerback and safety and backups along the offensive line and wide receiver, even tight end and running back, where we don't know how many guys the Giants are going to keep. It might be 4 tight ends, it might be 4 running backs, might be 3 on one of those at one or the other of those 2 positions. We don't know yet, but we're getting down to crunch time when it comes to making roster decisions. August 29th is the day the teams have to cut from 90 to 53 players. So, bubble players, guys trying to make the roster, trying to stay in the NFL, these guys are running out of time. They're running out of opportunities. So this is a big night for the Giants. We'll see what happens tonight. We'll see who impresses and who doesn't as we continue to get closer and closer to the 2023 NFL season. Giants fans, thank you for listening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. Please stay safe out there. Take care of each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.